Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video, we are going to install HTTP web server on Google Compute Engine virtual machine. So for that, simply let's click on SSH and let's wait until this transfer SSH case to the VM and establish the connection. So now after that, we can run a couple of commands to install HTTP server. So as you can see, it's now ready. Before you run any command, you can click on these settings and you can customize the font size based on your preference. For example, if you want large, you can click on large or medium or small. I prefer largest, and I'm going to clear this page. So before I do anything, I want to actually become a root user. So for that, you can run the command sudo su. As you can see, it's now become a root user. So the next command is update. So opt is a package manager installed by default on Debian. So I can do space update to pull all the latest changes. Let's click on enter. As you can see, it's now done. Once I updated the package index, what I would want to do is to install Apache. Apache is the HTTP server that we want to run on the virtual machine. So for that, I'm going to run apt install Apache 2. Apache 2 is the name of the package, Apache 2. Let's click on enter. And let's confirm it yes. And as you can see, it's now installing the Apache 2. So it will take about a minute to install. After that, we can, it's done. So we can come back to our virtual machine. And in order to check this HTTP Apache 2 web server, whether it's installed or not, we can click on this external IP. Let's click on it. And as you can see, the Apache 2 Debian default page now installed. You can see the list of information regarding this server. So if you go to document roots, you can see the default Debian document root is /var/www/html. So we are going to use this. So in order to create our own page, let's say if we want to write the hello world as an example, we need to come back. Let's go and come back. Let's clear here. And we need to write ls and see the HTML. For that, I'm going to write ls var www.html. And if you click on enter, you can see we have a file index.html. So in order to write a hello world tags, we can basically run echo and hello world from GCP learners. Let's say for GCP learners, and if you click on enter, you can see the hello world for GCP learners. So in order to send this out to a file, I can use a pipe character. I can use this pipe character. It's nothing but a greater than symbol. So I can now show the directory. It's /var/www.html and /index.html. And if you click on enter, and if you go to this IP address, and if you click on refresh, reload this page, and you can see hello world for GCP learners. So we can also do some complex stuff. For example, let's go to SSH, and here, for example, we can output some values by, for example, before we send out this file, we can come here after GCP learners, before pipe character, we can write the $, and inside the parentheses, we can write the host name. So host name is basically the virtual machine name, and after that we can create again the $sign inside the parentheses and name host name and -i. So this will basically print out the IP address. So here we need to remove the brackets, and here we need to close, and now we can enter. And if we go to SSH, if we go to IP address, and if we reload this page, you can see hello world for GCP learners, my first VM, the instance name and the IP address. So this is how you can create how you can install HTTP web server on Google Compute Engine virtual machine. So this is all about it for this video, and see you in the next video. Hello everyone. In this video we are going to get started with understanding of internal and external IP addresses in Google Compute Engine. So basically, internal IP addresses are nothing but internal to a corporate network. However, external IP addresses are internet addressable. So if we click on these three dots and if we stop the VM instance, the external IP will be lost. Let me show you what I mean. So let's wait a bit to stop the VM instance. Actually, it will take about 1 or 2 minutes to stop the VM instance. So all the VM instances are assigned at least one internal IP address. Keep remember it. So when we stop the VM instance, the external IP address will be lost. So you will see it now. So it's now stopping the VM instance. Meanwhile, we can refresh it. You can see the instance is being stopped. And let's click on refresh again. Now, as you can see, it stopped the VM instance. You can see we don't see the external IP, but we can see the internal IP, because as I said, all the VM instances are assigned at least one internal IP address. So if we click on three dots and start this VM instance again, we'll see the different external IP, but sometimes we'll get the same IP address, the same external IP address, but don't worry about it. So let's click on refresh again. So you can see the green check, the instance is running, and as you can see, the external IP address has changed. So if you click on it, you can see the hello world for GCP learners, my first VM. Sometimes it will not work. If the IP address will change, you will not see this message. In this case, you can go to SSH. You can see it's now not showing the SSH. So in this case, you can go to SSH and run the few commands. After the external IP has changed, you cannot see your page. So for that, you can run the few commands as I said. So let me show you what to run. So if you cannot see your external IP address after you change it, after you stopped your VM instance, and after you started your VM instance with a new external IP, you can run these two commands. So first you can run sudo su to become a root user, and after that you can see sudo su command not found, because you need to install it first. I think I have a typo, sudo su. Yeah, you can see it. I become a root user now. So now I can, for example, run the service by running the service apache 2 and start, and if you click on enter, you can see it's done. So this is how you can run the command in order to see this page. So if you refresh it, you can see it's now hello world for GCP learners. So this is all about it for this video, and see you in the next video.